The Sage's Secret: Unlocking Life's Lessons for a Fulfilling Journey. Life, as the well-worn adage suggests, is indeed a journey, a meandering path punctuated by peaks and valleys, triumphs and tribulations. From the most celebrated figures in history to the humblest among us, we all navigate this intricate tapestry of experiences, each thread representing a choice, a decision, a step forward into the unknown. Every moment presents itself as a subtle test, a gentle nudge guiding us towards a specific destination. That's why becoming a keen observer of the human condition is paramount. Watching, learning, and discerning the patterns in the lives of others, both the celebrated and the less experienced. There is a lesson around every corner that we can take and apply to our own experiences to shape ourselves to be better. The choices people have made and how it has shaped their lives. There is a story that shows that the best way to learn is to learn from our mistakes and those around us. The wisdom of fools, shortening your learning curve. There's a story about a sage. One day, the sage was sitting under a tree, and some people approached and sat down beside him. They asked the sage a simple question: "How did you become so wise?" The sage turned to them, looked at them for a moment, and replied, "Because I learned from fools. I observe their decision-making process and avoid doing the things that got them into trouble." This anecdote, presented at the beginning of the video, encapsulates a profound truth. Wisdom often stems from observing the mistakes of others. It's about recognizing patterns, understanding the consequences of poor choices, and consciously avoiding similar pitfalls. Think of it as learning from the school of hard knocks, but without having to personally endure the pain. Imagine a young entrepreneur, eager to make their mark on the world. Instead of blindly rushing into a venture, they meticulously study the failures of other startups, analyzing their missteps in marketing, financing, or product development. By learning from these fools, they significantly increase their own chances of success. The video states the same holds true for your life. Let every moment of your life be filled with observations. It's the easiest way to shorten 10, 20, or even 30 years off your learning curve and position yourself ahead of the 99%. This is how to skip past a lot of the mistakes people make, because you have applied other people's actions into your own life. This principle extends far beyond the realm of business. It applies to relationships, personal finances, and even everyday decision-making. By observing the patterns in the lives of those around us, we can identify potential dangers and navigate our own paths with greater clarity and purpose. Instead of making decisions based on emotion, we can make rational and calculated choices that will lead to greater overall outcomes. The idea behind the Sage's method is that you don't have to make the same mistakes as other people, but instead you can take the lessons and apply them to your own life. The perpetual student, embracing lifelong learning. The video underscores the importance of remaining a student throughout life. As the video states, remember that life is brimming with lessons. It's your duty as a human to remain a student throughout life. The moment you believe you're a master and have learned enough is the moment you'll stop growing. The moment you believe you've mastered everything is the moment you stagnate, closing yourself off to new perspectives and opportunities for growth. Think of it as intellectual rigor mortis, a hardening of the mind that prevents further development. True wisdom lies in recognizing the vastness of what you don't know and maintaining a perpetual curiosity about the world around you. This involves actively seeking out new information, engaging in challenging conversations, and constantly questioning your own assumptions. The best way to improve yourself is by learning, because with learning comes new perspectives and ideas. Imagine a seasoned physician constantly updating their knowledge with the latest medical advancements and engaging in ongoing research. Despite their years of experience, they remain a student, always seeking to improve their skills and provide the best possible care for their patients. When you stop learning, you are more prone to not keeping up with the ever-changing world around you. With the world changing so fast, it is important to stay in the loop and learn new perspectives. Lesson 1. The Inner Sanctuary of Happiness. The first lesson presented in the video centers on the understanding that happiness is a personal choice, a decision that originates from within. Happiness is a decision that only you can make for yourself. Much of your joy comes from within, and you must have control over your emotions. It's about taking ownership of your emotional state and cultivating a mindset that allows you to find joy even in the face of adversity. It's recognizing that external circumstances may influence your mood, but they don't dictate your overall happiness. So much of what we perceive as happiness comes from inside of us, and is more to do with our mindset than with anything else. This is also to say that happiness is in your control, and you can mold yourself to make your life better, no matter the cards you are dealt. The video cautions against relying on others to create your happiness, particularly in relationships. Don't rely on others to create your happiness, as this is a common pitfall in relationships. When you enter a relationship expecting your partner to be your sole source of happiness, it often leads to disappointment. Your happiness is your responsibility. When you enter a relationship with the expectation that your partner will be your sole source of joy, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. This places an undue burden on your partner and creates an unhealthy dynamic of dependency. A healthy relationship is one where both individuals are already content and fulfilled and choose to share their lives with each other, rather than relying on each other for happiness. The video uses a poignant example to illustrate this point. For example, on a rainy day, one person might find joy in the rain, while another curses the weather. It's all about your mindset. Remember, happiness is a daily choice you must make. The rain is the same for both people. How people react to what they perceive is the difference. Happiness is a daily choice, a conscious decision to focus on the positive aspects of your life, regardless of the external circumstances. It's about cultivating gratitude, practicing mindfulness, and actively seeking out joy in everyday moments. The video recommends disconnecting from social media as a means of cultivating this mindset. The presenter notes that social media often does more harm than good. Despite its promise of bringing people closer together. In reality, it frequently achieves the opposite effect, fostering envy and discontent among users. Social media, despite its promise of connection, often fosters envy and discontent. The curated highlight reels of others can create a distorted perception of reality, leading to feelings of inadequacy and dissatisfaction with your own life. Stepping away from these platforms can create space for you to focus on your own values, goals, and sources of genuine happiness. With the focus shifting to only the positive side of life, it can be hard to enjoy the everyday, small events that make life worthwhile. Lesson 2. The ephemeral nature of existence. The second lesson highlights the transient nature of all things, both the good and the bad. Everything is temporary. The good times and the bad, they're all fleeting. When life's great, embrace it fully and be thankful when challenges arise. Stay composed and tackle them head on. Remember, even the finest days will end someday. So if emotions threaten to overwhelm you, stay resolute and keep a clear head. This understanding can provide a sense of perspective and equanimity in the face of life's inevitable ups and downs. Knowing that even the most challenging times will eventually pass can help you persevere through adversity, while recognizing the fleeting nature of good times can encourage you to savor them fully. Think of a professional athlete basking in the glory of a championship victory. They understand that this moment is fleeting, that the adulation and accolades will eventually fade. This awareness encourages them to appreciate the experience fully, to soak in every moment, and to create lasting memories. This also is applied to the bad, where it helps to know it won't last forever. Lesson 3. Embracing the inherent unfairness of life. The third lesson confronts the uncomfortable truth that life isn't fair. As the video states, life hands us different decks of cards. Some start with advantages, others with none. You can complain and resent your circumstances, but the responsibility for crafting your best life ultimately falls on you. Some are born into privilege, while others face significant disadvantages from the outset. Complaining about these inequalities is ultimately unproductive. Instead, the video argues that you must take responsibility for crafting your own best life, regardless of your starting point. The video continues by stating, The life you dream of often lies on the other side of the challenges you're avoiding. It's like that old saying, if you seek happiness, start with discomfort. Don't wait around, take action, stop grumbling, and start doing. These are the cornerstones of being a resilient and resourceful individual. It's about embracing challenges as opportunities for growth and refusing to be defined by your circumstances. Like in the previous point, you have to find a way to take control of what you can and let the rest go. It has a lot to do with your perception of your situation. The same deck of cards is played differently by different players. It's about seeing the potential and playing to your outs. Lesson 4. The calculated courage of risk-taking. The fourth lesson emphasizes the importance of taking risks in life. The presenter says the biggest risk can often be not taking risks at all. Look around, and you'll find that many successful folks took action to reach where they're anything worthwhile typically involves some level of risk take. For instance, being interested in someone you find attractive. If you want to win them over, you've got to step up and start conversation. Playing it safe and avoiding all risks can lead to stagnation and regret. Many successful individuals have achieved their goals by stepping outside their comfort zones and embracing calculated risks. The presenter continues and states that whether it's in the realm of dating or leaving your regular job for a more promising career, most things worth having come with an element of risk. The choice, my friends, is yours. Embrace the risk and truly live. This is an important note to remember when it comes to shaping your own life. Calculated risks are what set people apart and give them the opportunities to grow. However, not all risks are created equal. It's crucial to carefully assess the potential rewards and consequences before taking the plunge. Blindly jumping into a situation without proper planning or preparation can be disastrous. The key is to strike a balance between caution and courage, to embrace calculated risks that align with your goals and values. Lesson 5. The power of presence, living in the now. The fifth lesson stresses the importance of being present, of fully engaging in the current moment rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. It's a common tendency for many of us to dwell either in the past or the future. However, residing in these realms can be quite detrimental. While it's perfectly fine to plan for the future, it shouldn't overshadow your present. While planning for the future and learning from the past are valuable exercises, they shouldn't overshadow your present reality. Dwelling on past regrets or anxieties about the future can prevent you from fully experiencing and appreciating the present moment. As the video states, thinking about the future is essential for direction, but don't get stuck there. Let your future thoughts gently guide you as you work diligently in the present to achieve your desired lifestyle. The same goes for living in the past. Reminiscing about the good old days won't bring them back. It's living in the now that truly matters. Remember, having a purpose is the key to living each day to the fullest. Without it, you risk becoming a mindless wanderer, stuck between past and future. This can cause you to feel like you're trapped in a loop and struggling to break free. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation or deep breathing exercises, can help you cultivate a greater sense of presence and awareness. It's about focusing your attention on your senses, noticing your thoughts and feelings without judgment, and fully engaging in the task at hand. Lesson 6. Overthinking, paralysis by analysis. The sixth lesson addresses the trap of overthinking, the tendency to excessively analyze situations, often leading to anxiety and inaction. As we grow, we tend to overanalyze everything. Minor actions by others can send us into a spiral of thoughts and emotions. Maybe someone didn't bid you farewell at work, and suddenly you're convinced they despise you. These thoughts can eat away at you, even if the other person had no ill intent. Stop feeding these thoughts. And most importantly, don't conjure up imaginary scenarios in your head. The remedy to overthinking is action. So when you feel yourself sinking into that abyss of thoughts, break free through action. Overthinking can lead to paralysis by analysis, where you become so consumed by potential problems and negative outcomes that you're unable to take any action at all. The video continues and states that often these thoughts are about nothing and people are just living their lives. To break free from this cycle, the video recommends action. Taking even small steps towards your goals can help shift your focus from your thoughts to the present moment. Action creates momentum and breaks the cycle of overthinking. The remedy to overthinking is action. When you feel yourself thinking too much, break free and take action. Lesson 7. Aligning passion and profession. The seventh lesson focuses on the importance of choosing a career that aligns with your passions and interests. The video gives an example by stating that imagine someone who loves programming, they wouldn't suddenly switch to civil engineering, even if coerced. Such a shift would likely lead to inefficiency. Your time is precious, so dedicated to developing skills that will advance your career. Spending your life pursuing a career that you dislike can lead to dissatisfaction and unhappiness, even if it offers financial security. The presenter continues and states that many people squander half their lives pursuing careers or skill dictated by others like their parents or friends rather than pursuing their own interests. If you're unhappy with your chosen field, you won't find satisfaction in your career, and this discontent will spill into other areas of your life. This is what we mean by investing in yourself. It should apply to your personal life. To engage only in activities that align with your purpose and mission. The video is reiterating to follow what you want and what you feel is best for yourself, instead of listening to other people who may only have their own interests at heart. When you choose a career that genuinely interests you, work becomes more fulfilling and less of a chore. You're more likely to be motivated, engaged, and successful in your chosen field. Lesson 8. The mind as ally and adversary. Mastering your inner world. The final lesson underscores the profound influence of your mindset on your life's outcomes. The most crucial life lesson revolves around your mindset. You are the architect of your life's outcomes. You can't blame others for your failures or shortcomings. In almost every case, your thoughts determine whether you succeed or fail. Train your mind to be your greatest supporter. It's with you. For life, your reflection should elicit self-endorsement, as if your mind sees you as a role model. This is a shared trait among all successful individuals. Your thoughts shape your reality, influencing your actions, your relationships, and your overall well-being. The video implores that, by recognizing the power of your thoughts, you can harness your mind's potential to steer your life in the direction you desire. Embrace challenges as opportunities to mold your mindset into a force that propels you forward. Be vigilant against negative self-talk and doubt, for they can hinder your progress. Nurture a positive and growth-oriented inner dialogue, one that acts as a constant guide towards your aspirations. When it comes to learning these lessons, the first step is the hardest. But the more you implement these points, the easier it becomes. By training your mind to focus on the positive, embrace challenges, and cultivate a growth mindset, you can unlock your full potential and create a life of purpose and fulfillment. The mind can be a great tool, but also your greatest enemy. Learning to take control of it is an important and crucial part of shaping your life. The presenter continues and reminds that your mind can be both a loyal companion and a formidable opponent, but ultimately, it's your perspective that determines which role it plays. Continually cultivate self-awareness, for understanding the intricate workings of your mind is a journey that never truly ends, just as a garden attends tea. Oh, there plants, tend to your thoughts with care, weed out negativity and doubt, replacing them with the seeds of belief and resilience. Your mind's landscape is malleable, shaped by the thoughts you choose to water and nurture. Just as a gardener tends to their plants, you must tend to your thoughts, weeding out negativity and cultivating seeds of belief and resilience. Conclusion. In conclusion, the journey of life is a continuous learning process, shaped by the choices we make and the lessons we glean from our experiences and the experiences of others. By embracing the wisdom of fools, cultivating a perpetual curiosity, and mastering the art of mindset, we can navigate the complexities of life with greater clarity, purpose, and fulfillment. The lessons outlined in this video provide a valuable roadmap for personal growth, empowering us to take control of our lives and create a future aligned with our deepest values and aspirations. By taking control of our lives, we can make a real difference. Key takeaways. Learn from others' mistakes. Observe the decisions of others, both successful and unsuccessful, to shorten your learning curve. Embrace lifelong learning. Remain a student throughout life, constantly seeking new knowledge and perspectives. Cultivate inner happiness. Take ownership of your emotional state and find joy within yourself. Accept the transient nature of life. Recognize that both good and bad times are fleeting and learn to appreciate each moment. Take responsibility for your life. Don't complain about unfair circumstances. Focus on crafting your own best life. Embrace calculated risks. Step outside your comfort zone and take risks that align with your goals and values. Live in the present moment. Focus on the now, rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Combat overthinking. Break free from the cycle of excessive analysis through action. Align passion and profession. Choose a career that aligns with your interests and values. Master your mindset. Train your mind to be your greatest ally, cultivating positivity and resilience. By integrating these lessons into your life, you can embark on a journey of continuous growth, unlocking your full potential and creating a life of purpose, meaning, and lasting fulfillment. Now that you have these tools, begin to take control of your life and create the future you have always wanted.